What's going on, everybody? Stevie here with another video. Hope everybody's doing well out there, and I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. So we're going to talk about those Arcade1Up leaks. We got two images that showed up on Reddit. I guess there was a gentleman that went to the Arcade1Up store in Florida. He saw some interesting stuff, snapped some pics, put them on Reddit, and it kind of blew up from there. So we're going to talk about these pictures and kind of analyze them both, and then I'll let you guys know if I have any interest in any of these products. We'll talk about that right after this. So welcome back to the channel, you guys. So we're going to talk about those two images that showed up on Reddit. These images were, I guess, of products that were at the Arcade1Up store. This gentleman walked in. He saw a physical product, what she snapped a picture of, and then he saw basically what looks to be something that's probably going to be shown at some type of trade show, a box of a product, and then kind of a billboard showing multiple versions of that product. The first image was of Time Crisis. So Time Crisis was something that we knew was coming out at some point. It was part of the Gamefly leaks. Everything that's been on the Gamefly leaks has actually come out. So this was the only thing we were kind of waiting for. And even though we still don't know when this is actually coming out, to see a physical product, whether it's, a finished product or prototype, I'm kind of hoping it's a prototype because it looks a little unfinished to me. We know that this is something that they're working on and it is coming. It's also a cabinet that a lot of people have been pretty excited for. They've made a couple shooting cabs, and Big Buck Hunter is not everyone's cup of tea. And Terminator 2, a lot of people were turned off by the fact that it only has one game. So this seems to be the one that probably most people are going to buy. So we'll take a look at this cabinet. As you guys can see, the first thing that's probably the most noticeable in my opinion is that it has no riser. So this is the first time we've seen a form factor like this where it's 3/4 scale. It's not an XL. Obviously, it's not a Pro. It's a 3/4 scale form factor, but it has no riser. It's just kind of seamless and clean at the bottom, all in one piece. This is something people have been asking for. So it's definitely kind of nice that Arcade1Up is listening to their community and going with this form factor that is just a little more what people have been wanting. No risers, a little bit taller. You get basically the height of what it would be with a riser, but all in one piece. We'll kind of start at the bottom since we're already talking about the riser. The two things that kind of have me a little kind of turned off by what I'm seeing so far and kind of hoping that it is a prototype is the pedal and the lack of coin door. Now that pedal looks cheap as hell and it doesn't look wide enough for what it should be, because if you actually look at the pedal of an actual Time Crisis cabinet, it was a wider pedal. So hopefully this is just a prototype and they are going to have a better quality pedal, because that thing looks like it would break within the first couple of times of you playing it. It also looks way too small for an adult to play, because adults are the people that are buying these. Yeah, kids play them, but at the end of the day, at the price that they're going for, these products have really become more of like an adult toy. So hopefully they figure that out, because that pedal is not good. It's I can't think of any other word other than saying horseshit. It just looks terrible and it looks very cheap. And at the price that this is probably going to be sold for, which a lot of people are kind of saying it's going to be $6.99 American, which would make it $8.99 Canadian. Need better quality pedals than that. And then hopefully they add a coin door, because it looks a little unfinished with nothing at the front. They have come out with cabinets that didn't have a coin door or decal on the front in the past. Ridge Racer and T2 come to mind, and they looked unfinished. And people have been adding coin doors to those cabinets. So hopefully they add a coin door and it's authentic to the Time Crisis cabinet, which was basically a coin door at the top and a coin door at the bottom. I feel like that would really make it look sharp and make it look more complete. Now, as we move on to the top, that's where things get a little more positive. We see two guns. So Time Crisis, the actual original cabinet, only had one gun. So obviously the fact that this has two guns means there's going to be some games on here that are going to require two guns. and allow you to play multiplayer. So it's going to be interesting to see what games they add to this cabinet. I've heard some people say that the other Time Crisis games cannot run on the PCB that they're going to be using for Time Crisis 1. So it's probably going to be some other Namco shooters that are going to be on this cabinet. The screen is a little small. It's a 17-inch monitor. It would have been nice if they went a little bit bigger. That's something that I feel like they didn't really learn from as far as the big buck hunter situation, because they had a 17-inch monitor there. It was a little too small. But I know with my big buck hunter, I added a riser extender to bring it up a little higher, and that did make it a little bit better as far as playing comfortably. So I feel like because this cabinet's a little bit taller, even though it has a 17-inch monitor, it might be okay. But they should have went with a 19-inch, but maybe it just doesn't fit in that form factor. The bezel's plain, but from what I remember of Time Crisis, it was just a black bezel anyways. The speakers look nice, a nice yellow kind of grill slash, top portion. The marquee looks nice. The Namco marquees for some of their cabinets kind of like, were propped on top of the cabinet. We've seen them do that with Ridge Racer, which looked accurate to the way the Ridge Racer cabinet was, and this looks accurate to the way the Namco Time Crisis cabinet was. So it's looking good for the most part. There's just some things that they kind of need to change, in my opinion, at the bottom, and that's adding a coin door and figuring out that pedal situation, because those pedals look very cheap and they look like they'll break within 2 seconds. And then as far as the side art, we can't really see it. It does look to be authentic to the original side art, and it looks like the form factor is pretty on par as far as looking original to the Time Crisis form factor. So, but again, we're seeing it from the front view, so I'm kind of judging off of what we kind of can see. So of course we have to actually see official images from Arcade1Up to really see if that is the actual case, but it looks like it to me. So all in all, pretty cool cabinet. As far as this one, am I interested? No, I'm actually really happy with my Big Buck Hunter. It's a game that I really enjoy playing. It's a game that my friends and family enjoy playing. So I'm sticking it out with that cabinet. But this is definitely a cool cabinet, and I know it's a cabinet a lot of people are waiting for. So exciting that it is officially coming out. Just a matter of when, and we'll see the price. It is rumored to be $6.99, so obviously a little on the expensive side, but time will tell. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the image of something that was completely left field. We didn't know Arcade1Up was working on, but it actually has me kind of excited, and that's the Casino Cade. Now, what the Casino Cade looks to be is kind of a party Cade form factor. It's a slimmer kind of top portion of a cabinet, and it looks like they're doing slot machines and games. This is very exciting. I feel like this is a natural progression of where Arcade1Up can go as far as continuing making, new games and kind of things for like game rooms and man caves and stuff like that. I know a lot of people, when I see their game room tours, a lot of people do have, slot machines and stuff like that in their game rooms. So it just feels right to kind of go this direction, because with Arcade1Up, they're really trying to focus on kind of like the 50 best arcade titles as far as things that they know they could really sell. But obviously, that well, it's going to get dry after a little while, and you kind of have to come up with some other, ways to kind of, make things new and fresh. And I feel like kind of going the casino game route is a natural progression and something that is going to, keep their brand going strong. With these cabinets, I also feel like it's something that will sell really well for like an older crowd. So something that could be sold on like the shopping network or something like that. I messaged my aunt right away because she loves going to the casino. She got excited for this product. So it is something that's kind of reaching that casual market as well. It looks like they got some really great IPs, some really expensive ones. Wheel of Fortune, Press Your Luck, Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, Jeopardy. I can't think of some of the other ones. Plinko, like they got some really great ones. And then they have a box that shows a version of this casino Cade, but it's also kind of got like a stand. So it kind of looks the same at the top as like a party Cade, but then it looks like it has a stand that you can kind of sit it on the ground, obviously, bring up a stool and you can play. This is really cool. It's a really cool product. It looks like the one in box is also going to have the live feature. So I don't know if that means that you're going to be, kind of competing on like high scores or something like that. Either way, a really cool product. I'm actually kind of excited to get that Wheel of Fortune one that's on the billboard, not the one that's in the box that's, kind of a 3/4 scale model. The one that looks like a party cave that you could probably put on a wall or a door. That Wheel of Fortune one looks really cool. So I'm looking forward to adding that to my man cave if this product does end up coming to fruition. It does look like this is something that's going to be shown at a trade show or maybe to some retailers to see if there is any interest. So we're going to see if this is something that actually does come out, but I do think it will. And I think probably where we're going to see it show up first is probably like the Home Shopping Network and places like that. So really exciting, cool product, and something that actually has me kind of excited. So thanks again for checking out the video, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this coverage on the leaks. I know there are a lot of videos out there kind of talking about the same thing, but just wanted to kind of give my opinion on the products and kind of let you guys know if I'm interested in any of them. So thanks so much for watching the video. Again, I really appreciate it. I would love to hear what you guys think of these products. Feel free to put it in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, everyone.